Hey, breaking news! Breaking news! I'm getting errors trying to go live on Twitter. I wonder why. How's it going, everybody? What you guys
What's
doing?
up?
Happy
Great,
Monday.
going great.
Yes, I'm trying again, but I don't.
Elon. He's been testing all week. Let's go. 49 million he tested. Let's go.
It is, but I don't know if we're going to go live on Twitter. It will not let me. I keep hitting the button and it keeps saying error. I think they're going to overload.
Did you go to Elon Musk's thing?
Yeah, we're going to go. We got to look at the map. We got other things too. We got all kinds of stuff. We got greatness.
Come on, Ray.
I know. I'm going there. Let's see. I don't see it live yet, but we're going to go over there. We will be watching. That's what we're going to do. But anyways, look at the map. The map exploding. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. And there was a fire freaking weekend, man. Olympic-tricity was crazy. Yeah, Sniper?
A little bit of a party last night.
It was a party. Like I saw a bunch of drunks all over the Telegram. Everybody was drinking it up. So yeah, that was awesome, man.
That was the most we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, we were trying to prove that drinking should be an Olympic sport.
It should be. Hey, I think that one breakdancer girl, she was drinking. She was
doing something. She's already been kicked off next 4 years in the Olympics.
She was kicked off. The next 4 years, really? Oh, well, you know,
kicked her off in the 2028 Olympics already. She's off the team already. Listen, they know one thing. We don't know what's happening tomorrow, but you're off the Olympic team.
I think she needs a sponsor. I think Connectricity should sponsor her.
What's happening? Because she was. I watched it. I'm like, and first of all, I thought it was a meme. Like, okay, that's not real.
But it's every 4 years, anyways. These events.
I know, but they kicked her out.
If they kicked her off the next 4 years, she's all right. She'll come back in 4 years.
No, they kicked her off in 2028. She's off the Olympic team forever.
Did you fire? Did you collect Connectricity? Look at her.
I can't find it yet.
There we go. You can't find it. It's all good. But yeah, I'm gonna jump over. Because we're let me see if that's happening yet. I'm gonna try one more time because Twitter. Let's see. Is it gonna let me do it? We're not streaming on Twitter. Oh, it's live. There we go. So I got to go in here.
Yeah.
And let's take a look. Take a listen.
Maybe. How come it's not loading?
I don't know. I'm looking. What's going on? I'm telling you, I'm saying there's something going on, man.
Is it it's a live stream, right?
Yeah, it's a live stream. Well, it's the Spaces, yeah. Look, it's
actually Twitter's like locked up.
Yeah, look, the whole thing is locked. Is it for you guys too?
Mine just went locky.
It's locked up, man.
I'm locked up, ladies and gentlemen.
This is look, it's in everything. Look.
It's great. He locked it up.
That's a lot of people watching. That's what's amazing about what's going on in Spaces and stuff now, man. And just Twitter
the whole thing. Ray.
What?
He locked it up.
It is. I know. I got other things just in case too. Look, I even had a little banner where we were gonna watch why he goes. You know, so you got our own little thing. But yes, we'll see. We'll see if we can get it going.
Try one more time.
Oh, look at the Connectricity though. Goodness, it's crazy. Back out there and look, coming from the south.
So go to Donald J. Trump's page.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I can't at all, anyways, because it's grayed out. I can't even click on it.
Never mind. It said the space is not available when I clicked on it.
So it's not going to work. Is that what you're saying? This is like seriously, it's grayed out. Like you can't. We have technical
loaded X. Maybe it's the EU locking them out.
That's right. They shut them down. Hey, maybe he should use his own servers. Yeah, they got them all in the satellite.
It only says there's plus 111,000.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And you know what? I got a question. Let's go to the internet. See if the internet's got it somewhere.
Yeah, well, the internet is,
I know, but maybe they're live stream of
not using X. Is that what you're just saying?
I was trying to figure out live stream of
Elon Musk.
Yeah, there you go. Elon Musk interview. There it is. Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Live interview.
Sometimes they somebody, if they got into it, they could be streaming it if they're in there.
Could be.
1 minute ago. There
Wow.
it is. That's what I was asking.
Well,
You
let's
see,
see.
it's on YouTube.
I want to see. Yeah, we're YouTubing YouTube.
There it is.
Yeah, but that's not it. FOMO.
I know. See, it is it.
No, FOMO.
Live.
is-
Donald Trump, Elon Musk interview.
I understand, but this is literally the guy doing his events, his little campaigning FOMO. It's not. I get it, right? Let's see.
Maybe they haven't turned it live yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
He's talking.
we got the and look, that's not even the person he's going up against. It's crazy.
Interesting.
But anyways, let's see. You guys try to work on it if you could, right?
I'll work on it. You work
At
on
least
it.
sniper, you know. But we may battle too. May battle at 30-minute mark.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to battle.
But yeah, I can't even. That's crazy, man.
They put probably a dome over us. A dome.
A dome. Let me put Elon Musk up here. Elon Musk. That's not a good look for.
When he asked Grok, what the hell's going on?
Let me try that.
There it is. It says Trump on X right in front of you. It says why don't doesn't say
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But it's gray. See, look, it goes gray.
So I can click on it and it says start listening, but when I click on it, then it says this space is not available.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Well, either or. That's why I had some backup. Where do you?
We can always drink up.
We can always drink. Oh, is it? You got to drink up?
I got to drink up. There's a drink up in the
Oh,
Telegram.
hey, look at that. Let's take a look at the map. That's why the map was going bonkers still. All right, look at that. Let me put a little music on. Got why we're going through Twitter technical difficulties. This isn't us this time. Yeah, let's get a little some drink up music. Did you pick your drink up yet, John?
What do you mean drink up? You mean the beginning of the show?
No. Connectricity. There's a 10x here. Connectricity, FOMO.
No, I didn't say that. Let's go over to Connectricity.
Hey, you don't have your map up. You have anything to share or no? You didn't. You're not sharing.
I got share. It's been a tough weekend. I had a lot to do, and
here we go. I see it. Here we go. Look at that. Connectricity is happening. Look at that.
I'm right there. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep that up there for you. Get that out of the way.
Ghana Crypto Night Out. Thank you. I was definitely confused when nothing had changed. But what was true.
You know that link is you don't click on the link.
But look at the fire first. It's all over the world. Let me put it. Get off of it.
Am I correct on that? D-Ray, do not click on the link.
No, it still works for Android users. Some iPhone users it's still working. If it doesn't work for you, you can copy it and go paste it in a new browser. It still works.
Or you could take a take a screenshot. When you take a screenshot, now it's in your images on your phone, and then you can hold the QR code, and it goes right to it. Do you know that, John? It's not me.
No, let me try your way. So I'm here. I'm here at this thing that's not working for me.
So take a screenshot.
I'm gonna snap it.
Yep. There you go. Bam. Now go over to your photos. Make sure
I need to save it in photos, correct?
It's already saved. It goes right there.
Save. It needs to save. It says.
What is wrong? Why doesn't yours automatically save? Where else is it going to do?
Doesn't save because if I go see it has to go here. I have to go done. It says save to photos. Then I come out here and I have to go over here.
Go to your photos.
I go here, photos. I go all the way down to this.
Where?
There it is in the last one.
Okay, now hold it. Just hold it.
Open
Open in Safari. Bingo, bango.
See, we're here to educate. Not only entertaining, we're education.
There you go.
And there you go.
Hey, look, I was just doing that, and you don't even have to take a screenshot. I could have just did it. You hold it, and it could open it in Safari.
Nice. I'm glad I can help be comical for you.
Well, I'm just saying you can hold the QR code. Just hold it, and it'll give you that open in Safari. Show them again. So like you would just either not the actual link, right? Hold the QR code itself.
I did. Mine doesn't say open in Safari.
Okay, all right.
So we
That's
don't
a
have
nice-
that.
That's nice too.
Yeah.
That's a good. I like
do
that.
have that too. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I
Thanks
like that
again
image.
for electricity. You're keeping everybody connected.
Yep, and that's not an Opus glitch. That's something that
We'll talk about it's an Apple glitch.
yeah, it's an Apple thing. Whenever they push their last update, it changed something. So
Right
we've got amazing devs, though. I guarantee you they'll figure out how to.
1,000%. Hold on, I'm going. My crypto adventure is trying to help us out, but no, it's not. It's not going over there. My crypto adventures. It's grayed out. There is something happening, right? I don't think you guys can. You still go on it?
I'm on the YouTube channel.
And is it playing?
It's not live yet. You just have two guys talking about it. Not
Okay.
live.
And that's what that's what's going on, anyways, man. Let's get in here. We got some people chat. Here we go. Buenas noches, Horatio. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We were trying to get on with the Musk and Trump interview, but thank you for joining us. Good evening, my crypto family. I hope all are healthy and happy this warm one. It is. We are, George. Thanks for joining us. It's a great weekend we had. Doing a lot of good stuff, man. Happy Monday, Decrypting Chaos. Appreciate you. Thank you. Had some good tweets out there, DK. Space keeps crashing. It does, doesn't it? We're overloading it. It's kind of wild. Stress test. That's what Austin M2 was saying. And it is. It is stressed. 100%. Censored much. That's right, Robin. They zapped us. An EMP, Robin. No, it is an EMP. And it is stressed. 100%. But thanks for joining us, Robin. Thank you, Austin. Okay. Yes. Who can we blame? Well, we can definitely blame Elon Musk. This is his platform, and it's his interview. But spaces, when you get hundreds of thousands of people on a space, I guess it breaks. Right? That's it.
I can't get on any space. Any of the spaces that are trying to let people listen through their space, I can't get on anything.
It ain't happening, man. Ain't happening. Oh, look. There we go. He's holding the taco. There he is. Happy Monster Monday, everyone. Did Elon, but he did. He broke X. It's comfy. So what we're going to do. We're going to go over there. We're going to listen. But it's all right. We got news, too. We got news. And we're going to battle at the halfway mark. FOMO's always got it locked in. We're going to go over to the taco channel, and we're going to battle for the taco queen.
You see that Austin M2 commenting in Taco Tuesday? That's Austin M2. That guy's famous, that guy, right?
He is. That's right.
He's a famous guy. He's famous.
Because guess what tomorrow is?
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Oh, my goodness. Can you say
I
it
don't
again?
know why, but Tuesday is one of my favorite days of the week now.
It is. It's live on Donald's page. You can say that all you want, my crypto adventures.
It's
is.
live on Donald's page.
I know, but you can't even go to it. But I know you're helping. But yeah, it's not working. I'm able to get in. Yep. Keep rubbing it in, my crypto adventures. I'm just joking. I'm playing with you. You know. Ray said, I know. I did check it. My crypto adventure. I went there, and it still had the grayed out page for me. Space is on my page now. There you go. I love it. Good to have you in my crypto adventures. I did this, and I'm in the space. Just music playing. There you go. Thank you, Red XP. They're late. You know, they're big time. Big time when you can be one anytime. Let me in, but it's only playing music. Thank you. Awesome. Appreciate y'all. See, there are updates too. We got the chat giving updates. But like I said, let me go. What do you guys think? Do you think the crypto fear and greed index is up? What do you think?
I think it's up. Oh yeah, ETH is up, so it's got to be up. I seen a tweet earlier saying ETH was at its all-time high over a 7-day period. So, was that fake news?
Well, considering it's still extreme fear, yes.
Jeez.
People are still very fearful, and they just don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Hey, you know what is funny?
What?
I picked up XRP. XRP went down. I left and I said, I'm thinking about buying again. It continued to go down. Then I'm like, you know what? This guy told me one time where he sold his little Bitcoin, he picked up ETH. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go buy some ETH right now. I'm up 7.5%. 7.5%.
Hey, FOMO, you win, man. You win. That's right.
I'm a winner. 7.5%.
Hey, that's good over 7 days. It was a few days, right?
Yeah. I left XRP, lost a few, made it back.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
On the Ethereum train, brother.
We're still around the FTX sphere, man. Not that that's what's going on here, but that's where we were at in
There's
this.
Fear of November going on. There's some fear.
Oh yeah,
something might happen in November.
I got some news for that too.
You do have news. I like news.
I got news, man.
News.
Check it out. The SEC charges Novatech founders in alleged $650 million crypto scheme.
Man, they could have sent that to me. They forgot to send it to me before they got caught.
It is. Well, that would still be illegal.
What's the scheme? What's the scheme?
I'm going to go down. They do. The SEC filed charges against the founder of Novatech for running a Ponzi scheme. That's the good old Ponzi scheme.
The pyramid scheme. The Ponzi.
That's right. That's why these clowns keep everybody thinks it is. Here, this is the other one that everybody thinks. And a multi-level marketing. The double whammy. Ponzi scheme and MLM.
It tells me I have an upline and a downline, I don't talk to you. All you have to do is say, hey, you need to build my left leg.
That's
Shut
right.
up!
9 levels deep. 9 levels deep.
Shut up! I don't want to hear about my left leg needs to be bigger than my right. Shut up!
Leave my leg alone.
Or then they always tell you got to buy like 18,000 cases of toilet paper to build up your left leg. Hello.
That's right. Toilet paper. I got it. But that is it's playing music. I can't get in. There you go. See Scott's those Spaces bar did not work. Yes, it doesn't. It's broke, man. Happy Tacos Eve. Yes. Eat Taco Tuesday Eve. Thank you, sir.
I like the way they list the husband and wife. And Cynthia and Eddie Peshin. orchestrated the scam.
It is. Well, I mean,
orchestra and corruption in the same thing. They orchestrated the scam, right?
Yes, they did.
And a multi-level marketing company that, according to ACE, primarily targeted the Haitian American community between 2019 and 2023.
Look, of course they're from Texas. Come on, man. Come on, Texas. Do better, Texas. Do better. I'm just joking. All good, and it's not. I'm just making it. They said Fort Worth. But the New York AG, Letitia, we heard of her before. Letitia James.
That's right. I remember hearing about her back in 72.
Yes. So there you go. These cryptocurrency companies targeted immigrant and religious communities with promises of financial freedom, but instead stole their money and drained their life.
Horrible.
It is horrible.
Horrible, Cynthia. You're horrible.
It is. And that's, good. There's some of these that are out there. And like I said, I tweeted out the other day, 90% of all crypto, scam, garbage, bullcrap, man. Right? There's real people that are actually brilliant that are building things. And it's only like 5 or 10% of this space right now. And again, same thing like the internet. There was all kinds of people doing ridiculous things and winning ridiculous prizes in the internet as well. Yeah. But thank you, Josh. You're the man. Freaking show, best show. You're the man. Thank you, bro. And yeah, we're gonna be get everybody around, man. We're gonna be battling for the Taco Queen. Let's get every time we play, we should get million. We get a million. But here you go. I thought you were talking about this. Kamala Harris has pulled ahead of Donald Trump on Polymarket betting. Yeah? What do you think it is? Come on. What is it?
What do you mean?
The spread, she got 62 and he got 40. What is it?
52.50. But 48.
52.50 is what you said.
52.48 max. I was doing my math in my head.
That's right.
52.51. Nope, that's 103. I'm going 52.48 max.
So there we go. Shares for Harris is trading at 52 cents, and the crypto-based betting platform Monday during U.S. morning hours, meaning the market sees 52% chance she will win the presidency. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So she wasn't voted in. and she wasn't,
didn't even give an interview.
Didn't win the Democratic nominee when they were running because nobody. But now it's amazing. Just saying, it's amazing. Everybody, it's kind of
like going to college, not turning in any assignments for the whole year, and they give you a 4-year degree and a doctorate to Harvard. That's what it
Well, sometimes they do. What they do, the honorary degrees, they do that,
Yeah,
don't
she's not honorary. She's honorary nothing.
they? Uh-oh. Okay. He said just posted 1 minute ago. All right.
What does that mean?
Does that mean that it's live? We can watch it?
What does it mean, Austin? Help us out here, Austin.
Is that got Mobcast behind it? Is that a riddle?
All I saw in posts was maybe Elon's going to start feeling our Spaces host's pain now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I'll try to join again.
Yeah, check it out for me. Let me jump over.
These people who can't get in either. They're locked out.
Yeah.
They're great, too.
It's all great, man. Yeah.
Come on. Help us out, Austin M2.
This is wild, man.
They locked it up. Lock it up.
Lock it up. But yes, isn't that interesting? There we go. I mean, Kamala Harris, 52%, and Donald Trump, 45%. And then Michelle Obama got 1%. But what's like you said, and you mentioned it, FOMO, it's very unique because she hasn't spoke to any news sources. She hasn't presented any of her policy, what she wants to do. But yet, there you go. Hey.
The big thing was inflation, which she didn't realize where it comes from, but she's going to stop it.
So you go to, I think what Austin's talking about was what he reposted. He reposted Elon's tweet. It says, there appears to be a massive DDoS attack on X, working on shutting it down. Worst case, we will proceed with a smaller number of live listeners and post the conversation later.
Wow. Yeah, it's a tech, it's internet techie type stuff, but it just means, they were purposely attacked and brought down, right? I mean, I don't know. Anybody can look it up.
You think Elon would have had that situated? You think you had a couple of people that?
Well, you can't have everything situated.
You gotta have people standing by with a DDoS attack.
A distributed denial of service. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. Like I said, I know
tell you?
It's just tech magic. It's like a bunch of people just appearing around a plane out of nowhere.
You know what they're probably going to say? It was the Russians.
But anyways, just saying, that is wild, right? You have this big thing that's going on. They knew everybody was just kind of subverting the major mainstream media, and then all of a sudden, it's down.
My crypto just said something that I've never heard before. Try the Spaces on Edge. What is Edge?
Edge. It's another browser. I don't know if I have Edge. I have Brave. Let me check it out. My crypto adventures.
Yeah, we'll check it out on the down low.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't have anything up where I can put something else up.
No,
Elon posted about an attack happening. Thank you, Robin. There you go. And there you go. Michelle, did the Trump X space crash? It looks like it, Michelle. And it looks like it was purposeful.
We can go into the mob and do some battling.
Let's do a battle. Well, we got 6 minutes. And we'll do a taco.
Mob battle?
No, Taco Queen.
Taco Queen, done.
Taco Tuesday tomorrow, FOMO.
Taco Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Go in the space. Am I sharing anymore?
No, you're not. No, we're just looking at my screen. When we're there, though,
I'm there. I'm here when you want to.
All right. Well, there it goes. Everybody get in there. Taco Tuesday. Get ready and just say it. Ready for battle.
Ready for battle.
Ready for battle. Put that little hashtag. Why don't you? No. Okay. Never mind. Ready for Ratatouille? No, I'm just joking.
Ready for battle? Yes. My goodness, I'm so horrible. Get in here. Here we go. I'll give you the forward slash.
The forward slash. Show them. There's a command. What are you doing? Come on, FOMO. What are you?
Battle. We're going.
And he already just create. Are you? What is?
We're going.
People's not even ready. You got to remember there's a delay.
They're ready. Look, I got 2 people in there right
now. Wow, you got 2 people. Look at dude. I'm not even on there.
Hey, watch this. I might be able to win.
Yeah, well, that's not the goal.
I might be able to win right now.
All right. Well, hey, I guess we're battling. Battling.
There's no show right now. Trump, Elon have dissed us.
They did not. They were attacked, FOMO.
Yeah, DDS, LE.
DDoS.
Department of Driver Services.
They got the DMV. The DMV attacked
The
them.
DMV. That's crazy.
You can't. I can't. Nobody has. That's why you can't have nice things.
You can't. There we go. We only got 14 playing because FOMO didn't give anybody a shot.
There's
It's
a lot.
okay.
15. We're up to 16 already.
Let me get in some battle music. This isn't. I can't do it while I'm. Hold on. I got to do it while I'm. I got to do it while I'm up until. Okay, I can pause. We pause.
We got 17 in there already. That's huge.
EDM. Here we go. All right. There we go. Battling. Battling up.
I wonder.
What do we got?
Well, I mean, that's Elon. So I think say, I wonder why they didn't use like a StreamYard service and broadcast it out on like YouTube.
Right.
But it's Elon and he owns that, so it makes sense why.
That's crazy, man.
I wonder if Elon's gonna be pissed.
Well, he should be. GW Rich, Sniper, FOMO Head. You're up there, FOMO Head. Look at you.
Yeah,
Robin, Tex-Mex Ray. There you go.
Since I started the hype before everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sniper. Look at you, buddy.
No catching, GW.
You've been practicing over the weekend, though. Oh, battling. Taco Queen. Taco Queen's in there, too. Crushing it.
How do you see things like that?
She was up there. She popped up on the leaderboard.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Now,
Apex. In the
that's what I'm
crowd.
talking about. Last round, big one.
Push it, ladies and
Huh.
gentlemen. 18 entered the Taco Dome. One is crowned. 19 in the house.
Hey, hold on, Austin M2's joining us, but I can't put you in yet, Austin. I got 45 seconds, buddy.
We don't stop battling to open the door.
Is he knocking?
No, he's up. Hold on, I'm gonna get him in.
Is he knocking?
All good, all good.
Is he going to help us get Elon on the page?
We got 19 people battling though. We should get 1 million. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
about 750,000.
What are you talking
Okay.
about?
923,000. 984. 984. We're going to fall short. 960.
No, we got a lot of battlers now. And they-
960,000.
Look at GW Rich. Look, way to call it, FOMO. Way to bring it down. Hey, Austin M2. He's only up with audio, so he's got to hit up the video. But what's up, buddy?
It's weird. Why doesn't it let my profile picture come up on stage like it
I
does
don't
for
know,
me in the
man.
mornings?
Yeah, I don't know. It does it to you in the
You
morning.
don't want to include me.
No, you're up, bro. You just if I remove you, it's just your voice. You don't have your screen share. or
I don't
something
even
like-
see a box there for him.
Yeah, I know.
But I jumped on because I was able to get in the space. So
Can you share
if you
it?
want let's see.
Well,
I'm
hold
just
on.
playing music right now. Can y'all hear it?
No, because Ray's playing his music.
Well, it wouldn't overpower it. No, I can't hear it.
Let me see if I change the setting here.
I'm gonna
You
try
hear it now?
No. Oh, look. There we go. We're in.
You're in?
I'm in. I'm in.
Share it, Ray.
Red light has the power. Take that, Department of Driver Services.
Yeah, DDoS. Is that how you say it? Ray, you
Yeah,
can.
they must have fixed something because the last like 5 minutes there's 400,000 people that joined it. The space tweet itself already has like 25 million views.
Does Ray know he's not sharing? Ray, there he is. Good memes. What do you think about those memes? Those characters?
I like it.
We got to get something like that, Ray. That's a good one.
So you know I can't talk, right? I'm gonna mute anytime like this.
This is something Crypto Buzzy Bee's been hoping for a while.
Not for Crypto Buzzy Bee, but Buffy Bee, yes.
Yeah, Buffy Bee, but yeah, I can't pronounce it. I know it is. Yeah. Ray, do you want? Should we battle? Sniper, should we battle again in the Taco channel?
Yeah, we can battle.
Yeah, you should battle again until I.
Yeah, we'll battle. Why don't you start as Sniper so I don't get yelled at for going too early?
Yelled at, he said. He's all battle starting. Boom, let's battle. That's what he said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, let's just start.
Sorry.
But yeah, we can battle because I'll keep checking.
Yeah.
If it's playing music, and everybody on here helps anyway. Our chat is very helpful. Like I said, Austin M2 hopping on. People will tell us. What is going on? FOMO. Are you all right? FOMO down. The X spaces get you FOMO? All right. I'm going to keep checking like that. Anytime it's just music, that's what's going on. But yes, I guess we can battle when FOMO comes back. Yeah?
Yep.
Because we got this going. Battle for the Queen. Battle in 1 minute. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. This thing is dinging over here. So yeah, that's wild there, Sniper. All this DDoS.
I know. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, man.
But kind of expected at the same time, right?
Yeah.
You got two of the most influential people in the world battling space together. So
there you go. Let's I guess we're battling, huh? Only have a few people. There's Taco Queen. Oh, hell, Taco Queen. Thank you. Battling for Taco Queen. Let me get some music. Let's see. What's Tacos to the Moon?
It's Tuesday, baby, time to rise. Taco Queens take to the skies. Mean, token, pump and feel the beat. Crypto dreams so sweet, fresh. Tacos hot and bright. Taco Queens, they ignite. Power moves, they lead the way.
Here we go.
Tuesday,
Battling. 7 seconds.
Taco Queens take us higher. Crypto magic, feel the boom. Every Tuesday to the moon. Need us boy a block so green. Every taco fit for queen. Tokens rising, watch them soar. Taco
Oh, there it goes. For a second. All right. There's Lord Paxman. He's a battler too. Allie,
I cannot lose to Allie on my TV.
Hey, FOMO, we're playing.
I know I'm in this thing.
Oh.
I had to go grab a bottle of water.
All right.
Allie jumped up in the lead.
She is, I know.
Probably had enough of you.
There we go. Yeah, you got Lord XP. Lord Pac-Man, Lord XP. Oh, Sniper. Oh, look at you, man. How ridiculous. It had me up, and now I'm in third. Let's go.
Tiny dust, point a box so green, evergreen tokens rising, feel the boom. Every Tuesday
Oh,
to the
yeah.
moon. Taco Tuesday, we're on fire. Taco Queens,
Taco
take
Tuesday,
to
we're
the
on
skies.
fire.
Green
Taco
token pumping,
Tuesday,
feel
we're
the
on
beat.
fire.
Recto dream, so sweet, to the moon. Carney Tuesday, feast a dream. Taco Queens, rain to green. Crypto magic, rise and shine. Every Tuesday, it's
Man,
our
DJ
time.
Firefirst with these songs are hot.
I got another one coming Wednesday. I'm just making the music video for it. And it's for Mob. It's Mob. I've been working on Mob.
It just said, what did he just say? Austin said, interview about to start, music stopped. Trump had hype, Mark just farted and muted.
It's all right.
Come on,
We'll see.
Austin.
Well, thank you for thanks for letting us know. Because after this game, we'll jump in there again.
Taco Tuesday, we're on fire. Taco Queens, take to the skies. Mean token pumping, feel the beat. Recto dream, so sweet, to the moon.
Woo! Sniper.
Sure, I battled a lot Saturday.
I know. That's what I said over the weekend. You guys were crushing it. Oh, there's the big one. 1 minute. Lord Paxman, though.
It's
Uh-oh.
Tuesday, baby, time to rise. Taco Queens take to the skies. Mean token pumping, feel the beat. Crypto dreams so sweet, fresh. Tacos hot and bright. Taco Queens, they ignite. Power moves, they lead the way. Every Tuesday, make your day. Taco Tuesday, we're on fire. Taco Queens, take us higher. Crypto magic, feel the boom. Every Tuesday,
Battling.
to the moon.
Tap to earn. Competition.
Every taco fit for queen. Tokens rising, watch them soar. Taco Tuesday, we want more. Every
Best game in Telegram.
Taco Queens, they
Mob.
seal the deal.
It is
Join
the
the
best
party,
game.
feel the vibe. Every Tuesday, come alive. Taco
We're
Tuesday,
forming
we're
Mob.
on fire. Taco Queens, take to the skies. Mean token pumping, feel the beat. Crypto dream, so sweet.
Ooh, 2 seconds.
And
Oh,
Oh, he was
Taco
close.
Queens, they ignite.
man.
Power moves, they lead the way.
Yeah, about the same as before. 840. Ooh,
There it is.
Taco
what I'm
Switch it.
talking about.
We got another, what are we up to? 47.7 million. Very nice.
Yeah, there we go. Let me go over here. Let's see. I'm going to mute myself.
Look at that. 929,000 listeners.
Is it there yet? We're not there yet. Not.
No,
don't
it's
see
still dead silence. There's
it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no, nothing.
Okay. I guess it's mobbing time. We can get up to 50 million. Hey, don't you, hey,
mobbing time. 900,000 of those listeners are from the mob.
don't you have? Can we run a what's it called? A job later, maybe? Ray of Light.
No, I didn't. I didn't plan on it, but we could.
No, Ray of Light. We could run a $3.8 million job.
Look at me, he keeps jumping it up. Well, you got to battle. You got to battle. Got to
Just
get it up there.
battle twice. We're rocking and rolling. Hey, maybe if we give them a thing that says, "Hey, we can let's take this up to 50 million."
Hey, let me see. Check this out. Look at the hamster combat. Look at this. The
Wow.
other tap to earn, but tap to earn by yourself. Hold on, and sniper, tap to earn by yourself. They turned down hamster as combat has attracted more than 300 million users to the game, setting records in Web3 game development. There he is, the hamster. According to the team, the decision to reject VC funding was made to protect Hamster Combat's player base and retain the developer's core focus on providing players with meritocracy. I'm sorry on that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Meritocracy. It's all good.
Meritocratic.
Meritocratic. Yeah, whatever.
Something like
experience
that.
that would reward participants by actually playing the game. There you go. Keeping it pure. That's what I'm talking about. Hamster Combat. That's what I'm talking about. It's great. It's in stark contrast to many crypto games and projects that embrace VC funding only for VC firms to use the player base as an avenue for
Right. Boo.
exit liquidity. There you go. And it is,
Heard
man.
that before.
This whole space, man, that's really a lot has been going on, right? These VC funds and they just been crushing people, man. Crushing projects, doing all that stuff.
They're horrible.
And then
Horrible.
let's see. Here we go. FOMO for president. See?
Thank you very much, Motivational Josh.
Maybe you should be on the X spaces. Good evening, Janet. Thanks for joining us. Good to have you. Happy Monday, fam. Floor. Thank you. Thank you. Interview about to start. Music stop. Yeah. Okay. I know. I appreciate it though, Austin, for real. Trump has a hot mic. No, you're so stupid.
He's got a job in the mob.
You got a job. Uh-oh. Mob is rocking. That's what I'm talking about, Will.
Your
It is.
job in the mob, you said?
It is. Let's take it out.
Against our servers.
There it is, 300,000. You want to flip it?
Is it on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
Elon's speaking.
Oh.
It's like basically hundreds of gigabits of data were
Hold on.
saturated. We think we've overcome most of that. So it's now time to proceed. But as this massive attack illustrates, there's a lot of opposition to people just hearing what President Trump has to say, and but I'm honored to have this conversation. I want to emphasize it's a conversation, and it's really intended to just get a feel for what Donald Trump is just like in a conversation. So it's hard to catch a vibe about someone if you just don't hear them talk in a normal way. And when there's an adversarial interview, like no one's themselves in an adversarial interview. So this is really aimed at kind of open-minded, independent voters who just trying to make up their mind. So you can understand like what is what is it just like to have a conversation. So honored to Donald, great to speak. We had a great conversation yesterday. As you mentioned yesterday, if we could just record that conversation and post it would have been excellent. And I hope we can have something like that today.
Well, I think we will. I'm pretty sure we will. And congratulations, because I see you broke every record in the book with so many millions of people, and it's an honor. We view that as an honor. And then you do want silencing of certain voices. Usually those are voices that have something to say that are constructive, oftentimes constructive. And so we have to consider it an honor. But congratulations on breaking every record in the book tonight. That's great.
Well, thank you. Maybe we could start off with the assassination attempt, which was an incredible thing. And I have to say that your actions after that assassination attempt were inspiring. You, instead of shying away from things, instead of ducking down, you were pumping your fist in the air and saying, fight, fight, fight. And I think that's, the president of the United States represents America. And I think that is America. That is strength under fire. And so that's, a big, part of the reason why I was excited to endorse you as the president of the United States for having another term here is that was just incredibly inspiring. But what was it like for you?
Not pleasant. I have to be
pleasant.
I said there was blood. I had more blood. I didn't know I had that much blood. The doctors later told me that the ear is a place that is a very bloody place if you're going to get hit. But in this case, it was probably the best alternative you could even think about because it went at the right angle. And, it was a hard hit. It was very, I guess you would say surreal, but it wasn't surreal. I was telling somebody you have instances like this or like a lot less than this where you feel it's a surreal situation. And I never felt that way. I knew immediately that it was a bullet. I knew immediately that it was at the ear.
Yeah.
And because it hit very hard, but hit the ear. And I also heard people shout, bullets, bullets, get down, because I moved down pretty nicely, pretty quickly. And we had bullets flying right over my head after I went down. So I'm glad I went down. The bigger miracle was that I was looking in the exact direction of the shooter. And so it hit me at an angle that was far less destructive than any other angle. So that was the miracle. That was, for those people that don't believe in God, I think we got to all start thinking about that. You have to, I'm a believer. Now I'm more of a believer, I think. And a lot of people have said that to me. A lot of great people have said that to me, actually. But it was amazing that I happened to be turned just at that perfect angle. And all because I put down a chart on immigration that showed that the numbers were so great. I love that chart even more
maybe
now.
It's a sign. Maybe that's a sign,
It's an immigration sign.
You highlighted a serious issue. And at that moment, the bullet missed your, hit your ear, but missed your head. I mean,
the amazing thing is that the sign, I said, bring down that sign on immigration, and it was literally about an eighth of a second where it would be good, and after that it was going to be a disaster, no matter which way you were facing. But it just had that perfect angle, which was exactly at this shooter. Very sad situation. Such a sad situation. As you know, we lost somebody that was great, Corey, who a firefighter, a great gentleman, a great trumper. He was just a fantastic family and a fantastic man. And a friend of mine came up, Elon, and said, I'd like to give the family some kind of help. And I said, that's great. He said, do you mind? I said, I don't mind at all. And he wrote out a check for $1 million, gave it to the wife. And, she said, this is really nice, but I'd rather have my husband back, which is a nice thing for somebody to say, to be honest. She's great. The family is great. And we raised a lot of money for them and for two other gentlemen who are unbelievable people also. They were hit really badly. They thought they were not going to make it, and they did. The doctors in the Butler area, I tell you, they were incredible. They saved the two, and they were really hit tough, both of them, equally. And we thought, my first question was, because I heard bullets flying over me, and I said, how many people were killed? Because we had a massive crowd there, a tremendous thousands and thousands of people, and there was no land. I mean, it was all people. So I said, how many people have been killed? Because I knew there were other shots being fired. And they said, we don't know yet, but some people have been badly hurt. And I have to give the Secret Service sniper, they call him, or sharpshooter, but sniper, because he didn't know there was a problem. He's an extraordinary shot, obviously, and he didn't know there was a problem, and he was able to pick it all out within 5 seconds. And he used one bullet from very far away, I guess probably about 400 yards. The shooter was 130, but he was on the opposite side of the field and the podium, and he saw the smoke and the flame from the gun, immediately recognized it, and immediately took a shot. And it was one perfect shot from very far away. And if he didn't do that, Elon, he would have. I mean, if he would have, a lot more people could have been badly hurt and killed. So I have to take my hat off to him, because that's also a surreal. He's been with them for 23 years, and he's never had anything like this. And all of a sudden he has to act, and it's a very tough thing to act and to be shooting somebody. But he saw the gun, saw the smoke, saw the flame from the gun, very far away. Obviously has very good eyes. He's got very good vision, which I assume you have to have in that particular work. But he took aim very quickly, and they say it was approximately 5 seconds from long range, one bullet. If that didn't happen, because the shooter had a lot of bullets, he had a lot of cartridges up there with him. So would have been great.
I mean that's clearly he was very competent in taking that shot just off the the attempted assassination. But I mean, there does seem to be, I mean, some pretty significant failings elsewhere in the system. Like, there's just no way that, like, how on earth does a shooter get on a roof 130 yards away? That seems crazy. I think most people people are wondering how on earth could such a thing happen.
Well, I view it as two ways. There should have been nobody on the roof. There were people, because there were so many tens of thousands of people there. There were people that were seeing him, and there was one woman with a red shirt and Trump all over it, and she's screaming. And that guy's got a gun. You saw it probably. There's a guy up there with a gun.
I mean, it's like I guess, I mean, for my part, and I think probably many members of the public are wondering how the heck are, basically people wondering by it, pointing out there's a guy on the roof with a gun.
Yeah.
And they're seeing it, but somehow it's not being addressed. That does seem crazy.
Well, they're going to learn from this. The communication between the local police, who sort of had an idea, and then ultimately a man lifted himself up to the roof, could barely do it because he was pulling himself up, and he saw the man with the gun. The man with the gun pointed the gun at him. He thought he was probably going to get shot, but he was like pulling himself up, and because of that, he couldn't get to his gun, and he fell down. Actually, very badly hurt his leg, his ankle. I hear very badly, but he fell down, and he did. From what I understand, he did say there's a guy up there with a gun, and the shooting started very quickly after that. I think it forced the shooter to go maybe quicker. He was supposed to be a very good shot.
Yeah.
My sons, Don and Eric, they can't believe what happened, but they said from 130 yards, a bad shot would hit that target almost every time. They said it's like in golf, sinking a 2-foot putt.
Yeah, it's not a tough shot.
It's not a long shot. The Secret Service person had the long shot. He had triple the distance actually. So it was a terrible thing. It's hard. I have to say this about the Secret Service. When I went down, and I went down based on, I think they're screaming, but other people also, because people saw this happen. You had so many people. One of the miracles was that nobody ran. I mean, if a gun goes off, the crowd control people showed us this. When guns go off, and it does happen in stadiums at a soccer match or some kind of a match, everybody flees. They call it a stampede, like cattle. But everybody, and a lot of people get killed with those stampedes. We had more people than you'd have at some of these matches or these games, and nobody left. You had a small group behind us in the grandstand, and that was full. And you look at it as it was taking place, and normally they'd be running. They didn't leave. They saw that I was hurt. They saw a lot of blood, and they saw that I went down, and it's almost like they wanted to be with me. Well, out front, you had thousands, tens of thousands of people. As far as the eye could see, you had people in Butler, as far as the eye could see. And a lot of press, too. There was, many cameras on watching this. It's what makes it so different, because normally things happen that aren't good, but you never have a picture of it. Here we have all these cameras shooting it. So, sort of amazing. But one of the interesting things was that you didn't have anybody flee. You didn't have anybody stampede. Nobody. And there were some people behind me. They stood up and they're looking like, I mean, I'll tell you, you want to have them in a foxhole with you. I want to meet some of those people because it's so different from what you heard. But so I was down. But the Secret Service guys, there were bullets flying right over my head. You could hear them go whizzing, and these guys came jumping on top of me, and a young lady, Kate. Would jump. They moved so fast, and let me tell you, that took tremendous courage. Now there was a lack of coordination. There was, obviously everybody understands that somebody that building should have been covered. And
I mean, I think that, like, I mean, looking at the aerial views, that building would be like the #1 spot for a sniper. I mean, it's like if you were to pick, like, what is the favorite? What if you? So if the goal is to assassinate, what's your favorite spot? That building. The
You're
roof of
right.
that building would be number one.
That would have been the spot.
It's like you can ask for a better
No,
location. It's like number
No,
one.
that would have been the spot. You know what people think is when the local policeman, who, by the way, he really he did what he was supposed to do. He couldn't hold on any longer. And then when he got his head just peeking above, this guy standing there with a gun at his head. And when he fell down, again, hurt his ankle very badly, but he was making the calls. But what happened is the firing took place very soon. So what they think is that this guy ran to his site, which he had all planned out with the gun. He ran to the site and he started shooting fast. And maybe that's why he sort of missed. I mean, he
but as you said,
me, but
he
it
would have
could have
hit.
been. Could have been a much bigger problem.
But he totally would have hit if you hadn't turned your head. So, like, there was it was a very near thing.
It was a miracle. If I hadn't turned my head, I would not be talking to you right now. As much as I like you,
exactly,
I would not.
Yeah,
I would not be talking.
Maybe talking to me from another realm, perhaps.
Yeah, that's right. We'd be talking from a different place. But it was a very terrible experience. The Butler Hospital, they did such a great job. The doctors were so good. Everybody was so good. There was a mistake. If somebody knew, because people were hearing that, there was just a bad feeling that somebody was around. You know that story now. It's been And if somebody could have said, because they've oftentimes said, like there'd be a lightning storm or something. Because I've done, I think, over 300. I think I did a lot more than that, but we did a lot. And oftentimes they'll say, "Sir, could you wait 10 minutes, please? Sir, could you wait 20 minutes? There's a storm overhead or lightning or something," right? And that happens often. Yeah. And this would have been a perfect time for that to have happened, but it didn't. It didn't get coordinated. That was the problem.
Well, it was your. I think your actions in the heat of fire, and like. What I found admirable there was that you can't fake bravery under such circumstances. The courage is instinctual, or it is not. It's not a rehearsed action. And so I just want to say that I think a lot of people admire your courage under fire there. And so
thank you very much. I appreciate it. I didn't think of it. I just wanted to get up, and I wanted to stand up. I wanted to let people know. I felt I was good when they were. On top of me, covering me, actually, very much covering me, and very bravely. But I wanted to get up. I said, I want to get up. And they wanted, they have everything there. They wanted stretcher. I didn't like the stretcher. And I knew I was hit in the ear, but I knew I wasn't hit anywhere else. They felt I was hit someplace else because it was such a lot of blood. And they were sure that I was hit someplace else. And they were saying, "Sir, you were hit more than the ear." I said, "Nope. I was hit in the ear. I want to get up. Let me get up." And so I got up, and the crowd didn't know what to think. I mean, this was so many people, and you could see they were confused. They didn't know what to think. And I wanted to let them know I was okay. It was very important for me to let them know that. And they went wild. You've seen the after. They didn't go wild when I got up because they didn't know, was I alive? You really couldn't tell. When I stood up, before the the fist in the air, they didn't know if I was alive. Nobody did. And when I put the fist up, they were just relieved and happy and thrilled, and the place went crazy. It was pretty amazing. Yeah. It was a terrible thing, but it was
incredibly moving. Yeah. Well, and I mean, speaking of the sort of slide that got you to turn that saved your life, really, was the illegal immigration slide. Maybe this maybe this is worth talking about that.
It was
that slide saved your life.
No, the illegal immigration saved my life. You're right, but I had to be at that exact angle.
I mean, that's a great one. saved by illegal immigration.
The incredible thing, though, when you talk about the odds, you had to be exactly at that angle. But the incredible thing is that the chart, I used it less than 20% of the time. It was just a moment. Yeah. It's always on my left, never my right, and it's always at the end of the speech. So here we have it. It's on the right, not the left. It's at the beginning, not the end. And even the people that put it up, they were unprepared, and they did a great job. They got it up immediately, fortunately. But I looked to the right, and the bullet came whizzing by, hitting my ear. So it was amazing. But when you think of the odds of that, and you know that normally you wouldn't use it. Normally I wouldn't have the thing, and then it would have been a very different story. It's very much. I say an act of God. It's a miracle that it happened, and I'm honored by it. I'm honored by it.
Well, what were you about to say about illegal immigration before you were rudely interrupted?
Well, I was going to say how good the numbers were. By the way, we're going back to Butler, and we're going to go back in October. We're all set up, and the people are fantastic in Butler. It's a great area. These are incredible people. Like the three that, in the case of Corey killed, and the other two, the families I got to know them a little bit, and the families are great. But we're going back to Butler, and I think I'll probably start by saying, as I was saying, prior to being so horribly interrupted. But
so rudely interrupted by an assassination attempt.
But the chart.
Some people have no manners.
Elon, the chart was just a chart that, in my last week, we had the best illegal immigration numbers, meaning stopping. It was at the lowest. You've seen the chart. It's become quite a famous chart. But that was the lowest point ever recorded. It was a really, I was very proud of those numbers. And then you see what happened with these people, Kamala and Joe. You see what happened. They just let it go. I had remain in Mexico policies. I had all these different policies that was so good. Guys like Tom Holman and Brandon Judd from Border Patrol. These are all people that they've been on television. They said it's the best numbers we've ever had. We had so many different checks, catch and release in Mexico, not the United. We had catch and release in the United States. We had it in Mexico. We had so many things. We had things where many people come in there, they have contagious diseases. We had everything passed. If you have a contagious disease, I'm sorry, but we cannot allow you into the country. So we were setting literally records, and all I was doing is showing that, and I use it sometimes. And in this case, I'm glad I used it. I can tell you that. But they were fantastic numbers. But I'm going to sleep with that chart always. I'll be sleeping with that chart. That chart was very important. Very important for a lot of reasons.
Well, I mean, would it be accurate to say that you're supportive of legal immigration, but we also need to shut down illegal immigration, and especially unvetted illegal immigration, because that's not the same as saying that everyone who's an illegal immigrant is bad. In fact, I think most people who are illegal immigrants are actually good, but you can't tell the difference unless there's a solid vetting of who comes across the border. Does that accurately represent your position?
I say it very simply. They have to come in legally. They have to be checked. Yeah. Because look, Kamala was the border czar. Now she's denying it. Everything that I do, she's saying she was strong on the border. We're going to be strong. Well, she doesn't have to say it. She could close it up right now. They could do things right now. It's horrible. No tax on tips, and all of a sudden she's making a speech and there will be no tax on tips. I said that months ago. And by the way, they had just the opposite. They had not only tax on tips, but they hired 88,000 IRS agents, and many of them were assigned to go get waitresses and caddies and all of this on tips. They have a policy. They had a policy that they were really going to go after you, and were really harassing people horribly. And then all of a sudden, for politics, she says, she comes out with what I said, which I think is terrible. And I think it's also hitting them very hard. These people are fake. Now they're also saying they did a good job on the border. We had the worst numbers in the history of the world, not of our country. There's never been a country in history that has had a catastrophe like this. We've had, I believe, and I think you believe this too, you hear 12 million, 13. I believe it's over 20 million people came into our country, many coming from jails, from prisons, from mental institutions, or a bigger version of that is insane asylums, and many are terrorists. And I'll tell you what, they're coming not just from South America, they're coming from Africa, they're coming from all over the world. They're coming from Asia,
Yeah.
they're coming from the Middle East, they're coming from countries that are stupidly and horribly bombing Israel October 7th. They're coming from all over the world. And you know, you look at, it's so sad October 7th because it should have never happened.
Yeah.
It's so sad
Sure.
when you look at Ukraine. It should have never happened. We have a defective
Yeah.
government. These are defective people, and they're not people that should be running it. But where you see it the best is the border, because you have millions of people coming in a month, and then she gets up and she tries to pretend like she's going to do something. She had 3.5 years. And by the way, they have another 5 months that they can do something, but they
Yeah.
won't do anything. It's all talk. She's
No.
incompetent and he's incompetent. And frankly, I think that she's more incompetent than he is. And that's saying something because he's not too good.
Yeah. No, I think it is essential to have a secure border. I mean, you're really not a country unless you have a
Correct.
secure border. And
secure elections.
you know, yeah, absolutely secure elections. And so it's just essential to have a real border, or we can't function as a country. And our service, you know, our central services are being overwhelmed in a lot of cities. But as we were talking about earlier, I think having a legal immigration process that is smooth and efficient and done well, and I, speaking as someone who is a legal immigrant, I think that I mean, like one way to think of it is, who do you want on your team? Who do you want on Team America? And I think we want to just say, okay, we want to let in people who are gonna, be great contributors to our society and to our economy,
Right.
and and who do you want on the team? And it's not to say that, like in my opinion, actually, I'd say like probably most of the illegal immigrants actually are actually good, hardworking people. That's my opinion. But some are not, and you just have this sort of adverse selection process where, if somebody's, if somebody's like has a career in theft or robbery, I don't understand what's taken them so long to get here. Because we're in such a target-rich environment. I mean, why aren't more people who have a career in, bad things coming here sooner? Because it's a piece of cake to go rob, houses in LA or New York, compared to other parts of the world. And in a lot of places in America, if you try to stop the person who's robbing you, you'll be arrested.
Yeah.
So it's
right. I mean, what's happening with crime, and our police are so good, but they're not allowed to do their job. But I have to tell you, Elon, I hate to say it because it's such a downer to say it. I hate to say it. I hate it. But you have a lot of people that just shouldn't be. I think it's a much bigger number than you think. They're allowing, again, right, they're allowing people from their jails. And if you were running one of these countries where they're coming from, you would have had all of them. As an example, Venezuela, their crime is down 72%. They're taking their drug dealers. They're taking, frankly, their prisoners. They're emptying out their prisons. They're taking their criminals, their murderers, their rapists, and they're delivering them into.
But that's what Castro did.
Yeah, well, he did on a much smaller scale. But this is a massive scale because this is being done. This is migrant crime. This is crime that's going to be. Yeah. And I saw it today in New York where somebody was knifed, where they raped the girlfriend of a man that stood there watching in New York in one of the shelters, and started pulling out the knives, and bad things happened today. But this is happening every day. These are rough people. These are people that are in jail for murder and all sorts of things. And they're releasing them into our country, and they're telling them, if you come back, we're going to kill you. We're going to give you the death penalty or kill you. So they don't want to come back. But these are rough people. Yeah. These are criminals that make our criminals look like nice people. And it's horrible what they're doing. And she's in charge of it because, now she's trying to say she had nothing to do with it. And she's such a liar because She was called the border czar the first day, and it was on the headlines of every newspaper. She's the border czar, and she never even went there. She went to one location, which had nothing to do with where the problem is. You know, she went in and out, I guess, because she was getting a lot of pressure, but had nothing to do where the problem is. But she was the border czar, and people can't allow them to get away with their disinformation campaign. Now she's trying to say that she wasn't really involved, and the whole thing is horrible. She was totally in charge. She could have shut the border down without him. He didn't know what he was doing anyway, so he wouldn't have even known what happened. You could shut the border down. He wouldn't even know the difference. But the fact is that she was border czar. But if you don't have to call her that, the fact is you could just call her, she was in charge of the border, and the border was the worst ever.
It's simply not working.
No, it's horrible.
Whether it's a question of intention or competence, either way, we don't have a secure border, and we have people streaming over like it looks like a World War Z zombie apocalypse at times. And sometimes you got to sort of wonder, like, is it real or not? So because you see things, you're like, is it real? So I went to the border at Eagle Pass, and I saw for myself in Texas, and I was like, okay, it's real. I'm like seeing this in real time. I actually posted the video like just live. I just flew there one day and just to see, hey, is this made up or real? And I'm just seeing people stream across the border, and I have to say, at least the people that I saw did not look friendly.
These
people can look at my video and say, hey, these people look friendly. I don't look super friendly. So
these are people that Elon would not be the same man if he had to walk across the street and look these people in the eye. These are rough people. These are really rough people coming across. And I know rough people. And these are people that we don't want in our country. And, the caravans are coming in, and they're putting, and who's doing this are the heads of the countries. And you would be doing it, and so would I. And everyone would say, oh, what a terrible thing to say. The fact is, it's brilliant for them because they're taking all of their bad people, really bad people. And I hate to say this, the reason the numbers are much bigger than you would think is they're also taking their non-productive people. Now, these aren't people that will kill you. We have enough of them. But these are people that are non-productive. They are just not productive. I mean, for whatever reason, they're not workers or they don't want to work or whatever. And these countries are getting rid of non-productive people in the caravans in many cases. And they're also getting rid of their murderers and their drug dealers and the people that are really brutal people. And they're coming into our country at levels that have never been seen before. And I saw an ad just before I got on the air. I'm walking over here, and I saw an ad by Kamala saying how she is going to provide border security. Where has she been for 3.5 years? For 3.5 years, we have 20 million people for it. It's a terrible.
Yeah, I think this, frankly, I think this is a fundamental existential issue for the United States. And if we have another 4 more years of open borders, and it's going to be even worse with another 4 more years, it's going to be even worse than it's been for the past 3.5 years. I'm not sure we've got a country.
You don't have a country left. Elon, if they get in, you will have 50 to 60 million people from all over the world, not South America only. We think of South America, we think of Honduras and El Salvador, Guatemala, and Mexico, the 4. But it's not that. It's everywhere. They're coming in from everywhere. And I had to stay in Mexico.
Yeah, I think this is a super important point. Like people, it's like, basically when I went down there, I was like, well, where are people from? It's like almost no one was from Mexico.
No, Mexico left.
It's just the border. It's just the border with Mexico. But the people coming in, it's Earth, the rest of Earth, and America is only about 4 or 5% of the population of Earth. It would only take a few percent of the rest of Earth to overwhelm everything.
We're already overwhelmed, Elon. We're overwhelmed. You had to see the news tonight about New York, and I love that place. And what they're doing to it is horrible. What they're doing to it, and all the courts do is they try and focus on Trump. Okay, let's focus on Trump, who did nothing wrong. I complain about a rigged election. Elon, what's happened is unbelievable. You have from Africa. From the Congo, they're coming from the Congo, and 22 people came in from the Congo recently, and they're murderers, and they drop them. They drop them. They take them out of jails which is very expensive, to maintain the jails, although they don't do too much maintaining, I can tell you. But they take them out of jails, prisons, they take them out and they bring them to the United States. They deposit them in the United States and say, don't ever come back or you're going to be executed. And they don't want to come back, but they won't come back.
Sure.
But they're coming from Africa. They're coming from Asia. They're coming from the Middle East. They're coming from South America.
Well, just
they're
Earth.
coming from
Rest of Earth,
everywhere.
basically.
And there are a lot of
Yeah,
really
everywhere on
bad
Earth.
ones.
It's just an everywhere on Earth thing, and it's just not possible for the United States to absorb everyone from Earth, or even a few percent of the rest of Earth. It's just not possible. So,
Well, Elon, we're going to have to finish this up. We're going to have the largest deportation in history of this country, and we have no choice. Otherwise, we're going to have a country. What they've done to our country. Think of it, with in Venezuela and in some of these other countries, crime is down 50, 60, 70, 80%. And you would be the same. You would have.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Venezuela has not gotten rid of all of them. They've gotten rid of about 70% of their really bad people. Their jails are about 50% put into the United States. The same with other countries.
Sure.
Some are at 30%, some are at 50%. They're all different. But the bottom line is they're all going to be at 100%. Why wouldn't you put 100% of it? And they're doing it right now while this third-rate phony candidate. Don't forget, I beat Biden. He failed in the debate miserably. And, some people said, oh, gee, it's too bad. It's too bad he did so badly, or I did well in the debate. The first night they said, wow. One of the people at CNN said that was the greatest debate performance I've ever witnessed. And then 2 days later, they didn't talk about that. They just said he was bad. But that's okay. That's the way I get treated, and I don't mind that at all. What I can tell you is this. We cannot have a Democrat. We cannot have her. She's incompetent. She's as bad as Biden in a different... Look, she hasn't done an interview since this whole scam started. And say what you want. This was a coup. This was a coup of a president of the United States. He didn't want to leave, and they said, we can do it the nice way, or we can do it the hard way.
Yeah, they just took him out back behind the shed and basically shot him.
What they did with this guy, and I'm no fan of his, and he was a horrible president, the worst president in history. And one of the reasons he was so bad, first of all, the Israeli attack would have never happened. Russia would never have attacked Ukraine, and we'd have no inflation. And we wouldn't have had the Afghanistan mess, if you think of it. And we wouldn't have had Afghanistan. But we think of it. You take a few of those events away, and we have a different world. We would also have inflation was caused by oil.
Yeah. No. I think you're making an excellent point here, which is that when other countries can, that are thinking about invading or doing bad things, when they're thinking about that, they're thinking about, okay, what's the American president going to do? And do they fear the American president, or is it someone they do not respect and do not fear? And I think they would rightfully be. I mean, look at the footage of the assassination. They're like, okay, President Trump is like, don't mess with me. I mean, that's like. Whereas I think people are not going to be, and they obviously have not been at all intimidated by Biden, and they certainly will not be intimidated by Kamala. And you have to really think of that in the context of global security. That if the American president is someone that, like, evil dictators are scared of, that makes a huge difference to the security of the world.
So I had a good relationship with Putin, despite the Russia hoax that lasted for over 2 years. Just a hoax created by Hillary Clinton and Adam Schiff, some just bad people, just sick people, frankly. I mean, Schiff is a sick person. He's going to end up probably being a senator. It's hard to believe. The whole thing is hard to believe. But, they put our country in danger with that stuff, too. They actually, when they make up stories, and you have to fight your way out of it for a long time. But I know Putin very well. I got along with him very well. He respected me, and it's just one of those things. And we would talk a lot about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye. But I said, don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. I shut down Nord Stream 2. That was the big oil pipeline, the biggest pipeline in the world going all over Europe. I shut it down. Biden came, and then they say, I loved Russia. I was a friend of Putin, and I loved Russia. No, he actually said to me one time, he said, if you're my friend, I'd hate to see you as an enemy. I shut down his pipeline. the biggest pipeline. They were looking at that to fund, and this pathetic president gets in there, and the first thing he did, one of the early things he did, is he shut down Keystone XL pipeline, which is our pipeline that would have employed 48,000 people, pipeline workers. Shuts it down. That was, a massive job that Obama refused to allow.
Yeah.
I allowed it in my first week because it was jobs and it moved oil. And by the way, in a much more environmentally friendly way. It's underground. It's not a truck that catches on fire or a train that catches on fire. But think of it. He shut down the XL pipeline, the Keystone XL pipeline.
Yeah.
He shuts that down, and he approves the Russian pipeline.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
Right?
sense. It's inconsistent. Certainly but I mean, I think it's just worth emphasizing, to listeners, the immense importance of whether the United States president is intimidating or not intimidating, and how much that matters to global security. Because there's some real tough characters out there, and if they don't think the American president is tough, they will do what they want to do.
I know every one of them.
And that puts the whole world in danger.
Elon, I know every one of them, and I know them well. I know Putin, I know President Xi, I know Kim Jong-un of North Korea. I know every one of them. And let me tell you, people will say, oh, this is terrible. He said, I'm not saying anything good or bad. They're at the top of their game. They're tough, they're smart, they're vicious, and they're going to protect their country, whether they love their country. They probably do. It's just a different form of love, but they're going to protect their country. But these are tough people at the top of their game. And when they see a Kamala or when they see Biden, Sleepy Joe, they can't even believe it. They can't believe this happened. All the stuff that you're seeing now, all the horror that you look at Israel, they're all waiting for an attack from Iran. Iran would not be attacking, believe me. When I was there, and I say it with respect, because I think we would have been good with Iran. I don't want to do anything bad to Iran, but they knew not to mess around. Iran was broke because I told China, if you buy from Iran oil, it's all about the oil. That's where the money is. But if you buy oil from Iran, you're not going to do any business with the United States. And I meant it. And they said, we'll pass.
Yeah.
They didn't buy oil. Other countries, likewise.
Sure.
You want to buy, you're not doing business with the United States. And they were at a point where they had no money for Hamas. They had no money for Hezbollah. They had no money for any of these instruments of terror. And it was amazing. In fact, there were articles when I was leaving, which is hard to believe, actually, especially when you look at what's happened to our country. Our country is so bad right now. It's such a different place. We were respected. Think of it. 4 years ago, we were so respected to a point where when I said don't buy oil, they didn't buy oil, but they had no money, and Israel would have never been attacked. It is zero chance. And again, I said to Vladimir Putin, I said, don't do it. You can't do it, Vladimir. You do it, it's going to be a bad day. You cannot do it. And I told him things that what I do, and he said, no way. And I said, way. And it's the last time we ever had the conversation. He would never have done. I got along well with him. I hope to get along well with him again. Getting along well with them is a good thing, not a bad thing. I got along well with Kim Jong-un. When I met with President Obama just before entering, it's a sort of a ritual. And I sat down with him and we talked. It was supposed to be for a very short period of time. It turned out to be a long period of time. I said, what's the biggest problem? He said, North Korea. I had that problem worked out very quickly. It was nasty at the beginning with Rocket Man and, all the different things.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden I got a call.
Those were some epic tweets, by the way.
Yeah, they were epic, everything. He said that he has a red button on his desk. I said, I have a red button on my desk too, but my red button is much bigger and my red button works. And then I called him Little Rocket Man, of Little Rocket Man. Anyway, here's the bottom line. All of a sudden I got a call from him. And they said they want to meet. They want to meet me. And we met, as you remember, we met in Singapore. We met also in Vietnam. And I got along with them great. We were in no danger. But President Obama thought we were going to end up in a war, a nuclear war with him. And let me tell you, he's got a lot of nuclear stuff, too.
Exactly.
He's got plenty of nuclear. He can do plenty of damage.
Yes. I mean, it's because, people like Kim Jong-un, they respond to strength, not weakness.
Well,
And
he and I had a good relationship. Remember I met him and we walked onto his land. Nobody ever walked onto his land before. I walked on. I wouldn't say let's bring up Secret Service again. I wouldn't say they were thrilled when I did that. I walked onto his land, and it was an amazing period. But we were not in danger with him because of me. I always say that we have enemies on the outside and we have enemies on the inside. We have some really bad people in our government and people that are controlling of the people. I mean, I'd mention names, but I really don't want to give them the credit. But we have some really bad, and I say they're more dangerous than Russia and China. If you have a smart president, a president that gets it, we are not in danger from those countries because they need us and they need our help. I mean, we forced Obama, if you think about it, Obama and Biden, and Bush to a certain extent, in all fairness, forced Russia and China together. And if you're a history student, the first thing you learn is you cannot let Russia and China align. But then they also got, if you take a look, Iran, and they have North Korea. That's, they call it the axis of evil. In the old days, you had the axis of evil. Here we have a modern day axis of evil. These are powerful countries, very heavy nuclear, which is the biggest threat. Yeah. The biggest threat is not global warming, where the ocean's going to rise 1/8 of an inch over the next 400 years. And you'll have more oceanfront property, right? The biggest threat is not that. The biggest threat is nuclear warming, because we have 5 countries now that have significant nuclear power, and we have to not allow anything to happen with stupid people like Biden. Biden did something with Russia. There was no chance of him ever going in. And when I left, and then after I left, they started forming big armies on the border with Ukraine, right? And I looked at that, and I thought he was doing that because Putin's a good negotiator. I thought he was doing that to negotiate. But then Biden started saying such stupid things. For instance, he said that it can be a NATO country. Now, Russia, for as long as there's been NATO, has said we're never going to agree to that. And we go right up front and say that. And we did things and said things through this president with a low IQ, very low IQ. He had a low IQ 30 years ago, by the way, but now he might not even have a IQ at all. There's nothing on the board that goes this low. He said things that were so stupid that war had zero chance of happening if I were there. Zero chance. He was saying everything the opposite. And it's so sad because many more people have been killed in Ukraine than you read about. You don't read about how bloody it is and how disaster. Sure. Hey, look, just in the 2 armies, you lost 500,000 people. And Ukraine's having a hard time. Ukraine, I don't know if you saw the article recently, and it's true. You don't hear the true story. But if you think about it, Russia's gone, Russia defeated Germany with us, and they defeated Napoleon. They've been around a long time. They're a big fighting force, and it's very unfair. And Ukraine now doesn't have enough men. They're now using young men and very old men to fight. And we're in a very bad position. And I'm not going to blame exclusively, but I can tell you I could have stopped that. And a smart president could have stopped that. It wouldn't have happened. But we had a man that actually made it more prevalent. It was so bad. The words that he was using, the stupid threats coming from a stupid face that he was using. I said, this guy's going to cause us a war. He's going to cause us. And let me tell you, it can lead to World War III. That can lead to World War III. The Middle East can lead to. We have numerous places that could end up in a World War III right now for no reason whatsoever.
No, I think you're right. I think people underrate the risk of World War III, and it's just when you're looking at the risk of global thermonuclear warfare, it's game over for humanity, and it's something that people have, I think, after the end of the Cold War, people have become complacent about, but they actually have forgotten that there are currently a lot of nuclear missiles that have targeting parameters for the United States from 100%. Other countries.
And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to build an Iron Dome over us. Israel has it. We're going to have the best Iron Dome in the world. We need it, and we're going to make it all in the United States. But we're going to have protection, because it just takes one maniac to, start something. We're going to have protection, and we're going to have. Why shouldn't we have an Iron Dome? Israel has one. Some other places have one that nobody even knows about, frankly. But Israel has it. We're going to have an Iron Dome. But, with all of that being said, to me, that's so important, the most important. But with all of that being said, the election's coming up, and the people want to hear about the economy and the fact that they can't buy groceries because they don't have enough money to buy groceries. The inflation has killed them. Food prices are up 50, 60, even 100% in some cases. And this stupid administration allowed this to happen. And it's a shame. And that's the thing that people most care about, in my opinion. They care about the border a lot. And we discussed the border at great length. It's nice to have a forum like this where I can discuss something at length. And by the way, you think Biden could do this interview? Do you think that Kamala could do this interview? They would take a pass on you.
No, they could not.
So they don't need Elon. They don't need Elon screaming out questions. It's pretty sad when you think that somebody that does this for a living can't answer a question or is afraid to do an interview. And in her case, with a very friendly interview, she's got all friendly interviewers. It's pretty sad.
Yes, absolutely.
But the big thing now is the economy, Elon. And as much as I mean, I view nuclear as the single most important thing, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't understand that. But it doesn't have to. If I understand it, that's all you need. Because if I was president, you're not going to have that kind of a problem. But the thing that they really is making them angry is what Kamala and Biden have allowed to happen to the economy. It's a disaster with inflation. The inflation, it doesn't matter what you make. The inflation has eaten you alive. If you're a worker or if you're just a middle income person, you can't afford. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, people were saving a lot of money. Today, they're using all their money and borrowing money just to live. It's a horrible thing that's happening, and we'll end that quickly.
Well, I think a lot of people just don't understand where inflation comes from. Inflation comes from government overspending because the checks never bounce when it's written by the government. So if the government spends far more than it brings in, that increases the money supply. And if the money supply increases faster than the rate of goods and services, that's inflation. So really, we need to have we need to reduce our government spending, and we need to re-examine. I think we need like a government efficiency commission to say like, hey, where are we spending money that's sensible? Where is it not sensible? And we need to live within our means. We're currently adding, I think, $1 trillion to the deficit roughly every 100 days. That's right. And the interest payments on the national debt have now exceeded the defense budget. It's on the order of $1 trillion. It's interest, and it keeps growing. I rebuilt our military, largely rebuilt our military. Did a great job on it, which was so important. We had jets, we had fighters that were. And bombers that were 70 years old, and we did a great job in that. Then we gave 85.
What's up, Tim? I'm gonna let everybody roll back over there if they want to listen to the rest. Yeah,
sure thing.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was cool, man. They started a little late, so we listened to a little extra. Yeah. So
cool. I was gonna listen anyway, but I just got back from my Crypto Monday.
All right on. It was good, huh?
Yeah, they had like 75 people there. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
Met a few cool people. Spreading the words, giving out the Telegram address, getting people to join in.
There you go.
So
cool. Yeah, no. And then there you go. So we were going through the news while we're waiting. Last thing, look at El Salvador.
Bitcoin City.
Billion. Bitcoin City. That's going to be quite the city.
Yeah. That's better. It's going to be better than a 15-minute city, I'll tell you that much.
And it is at the base of that volcano, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's going to power the whole thing.
That's right. I'm all for it. Thank you, President Bukele.
That's right.
All right, man. So I'll see
you
Taco Tuesday.
Sounds good. See you then.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Bye.